What's up, beautiful people? You already know this is. It's your boy Levar, aka Ramzie, the editor-in-chief of Snubb3d Magazine. And today on the sit down, we have a very special guest. Many of you all may already know who this person is. You see him on different platforms. But on the sit down, I don't introduce the guests introduce themselves. So without further ado, I'm gonna hand it over to the guest, and you know what we do. We're gonna jump right into the conversation.
What's up, y'all? It's Dre Scot, formerly known as DeAndre from the Bay Area, representing always. Thank you for having me. Can't wait to talk it up with you, man.
Definitely, definitely. Well, number one, thank you, because what you probably don't know is we've been trying to work on this. We've had many different people come on, but we've been behind the scenes trying to work to get you on since probably like 2022.
Oh, yo, really? I love
Yeah.
that.
So, but everything happens for a reason. So, we definitely that's crazy that it actually happened during this time, and it's actually our anniversary week for our publication. So it's crazy that you're going to be here.
Congratulations.
So appreciate it. So let's jump into it. Like I tell my guests, it's not an interview, it's a conversation.
Hmm.
Let's take it all the way back real quick, and then I'm gonna bring it to where it is. It's gonna be a real quick thing, but let's take it from where
Cool.
it began. Music for you. Where did it begin for you? Many of us in the industry, we grew up in the church. It started off for a lot of us in the church, or in schools, different places. Where did it all start for you?
I would say kind of all that together at home, in church. I mean, we sang choir like when I was baby kid. Um, my grandpa, my dad was a big influence as far as like my music. Same with my mom too. I just always kind of gravitated towards it. Even little things like Disney sing-alongs back in the day, like back in
Right.
the 90s. It was a thing for me.
Right.
I've always liked just singing. I enjoyed voice and singers. Um, so yeah, it was it's a mix of all that, but at least far as like getting performing on stage at church.
Definitely, definitely. And when did you know that it was a talent that you wanted to jump into and own it? Because many times we have a gift, but sometimes people don't jump into their gift of that. When did you say, you know what, like I want to continue this?
Not until high school.
Mm,
Realistically, I was part of a Black Student Union, and we had a talent show. Um, Underground Railroad talent show is what we called it because it's during Black History Month.
mm,
Um, and I sang. I was either 14 or 15. I sang "This Woman's Work" from
mm.
Maxwell. Um, and I got a reaction from folks. I've always liked singing. Singing is just something I've always just kind of done. Kind of get
Right,
up in the morning and it's kind of what I did. It was just kind of second nature.
right.
Not even like on a I've always been talented type shit. It's just more like it's just something I do. I like to do it. It's therapeutic. Um, but I got good reactions or very like heartfelt reactions from people I didn't know. It's one thing from when like your mom, your dad, and your grandpa, all them
Right.
folks hyping you up. It's your family. They're gonna hype you up. Hopefully they're gonna hype you up.
Right,
But
right.
they hype you up regardless. But when you get emotional, genuine reactions and uh, feelings and emotions from people from what you're presenting to them, and you don't even know them, then it kind of just like, it's more than just something I like to do. This is something I can pursue.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely, definitely. So a lot of fans have met you on a show many know as American Idol. They met you on there, I suppose, and
Nah. Yeah.
looking back at that experience, how did that experience for you shape you into the independent artist that you are now?
um, I I think I always tell people, well, first of all, I didn't want to do it. My mom made me do it. And I'm so glad she did. But I always tell people I'm so glad I was 16 when I
Mm,
did it. Um, because I was young enough to get over it in a
right,
sense, and because it's quick. It's like a crash course on industry, and TV, and the business side of music. Um, and as quick as our fame comes, it goes even quicker.
right,
So I was glad I was young enough to process it and be like, all right, it's what it is. And I came from a world of gigging before the fact because I was doing bars and clubs
right,
weekly, like at the age of 12. So it wasn't like, oh, this is my big break. It was just like, oh, this is an opportunity. And we're gonna go back to working. after the
Right.
fact,
Yeah.
because unfortunately I've seen a few of like my co-stars and friends really kind of mess them up mentally from that experience because they build you up. It's a TV show.
Yeah.
Things are different now, but 15 years ago,
Yeah.
we didn't have Instagram and stuff. We didn't have people speaking
Exactly.
out and shit. Them
Yeah.
NDAs was real.
Yeah.
You couldn't say nothing because it wasn't the cutest behind stage. But yeah, I feel like it just shaped me because I have a better understanding and a better respect for what I do in the sense of um, at the end of the day, if I'm singing, I'm straight.
Yeah.
Like I'm happy, I'm fulfilled. I want way more, I know God has more planned for me in the store, but as long as I'm singing, my mind is right. And
Definitely.
yeah, and that experience really helped me because I realized, all right, cool. I could still do this. There's other avenues other than just being Beyonce. We ain't got to be all that. You know what I mean? We don't got
Right.
to be all this. There's
Right.
all this all over here that still fulfills my creative need.
Right.
You know.
Definitely. And it's funny that you brought that up because like around that same time I was working on Sunday's Best.
Oh,
Uh,
nice.
where we was behind the scenes on that. So you talking about behind the scenes and NDAs and all that other.
Yep.
Listen, everybody people don't
Yep.
understand that junk back then was real.
Yeah.
It's
And just because
I,
it's a holy show, don't mean it's still not a TV
right.
show. It's still a TV show at the end of the
Right.
day.
And how fast we were moving, like we've had
Hmm.
people sit on set and they're like, wait, y'all about to shoot the next episode? Yeah, we about to go. Like this has to be done by a certain time,
Yep. Hmm.
So seeing it in real life, it prepares you. So that's interesting that you say it on your side because I've had some other guests that came on, they would say it, but then like you really was just like, yeah, nah, this we know what's really going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And
It's
so,
what it is.
but I'm glad you kind of touched on it because sometimes people don't understand. You have to have passion in this industry, and understand what it's like to be in this industry because they always see the glitz and the glamour.
Yeah.
They don't see the part that some of the sleepless nights, or if your mental is not right, you could crash out any moment, or you look at your bank account and be like, I was just working on this show, and then today I'm back working at a 9 to 5. Wait, what's going on with my like because you have
Quick.
a mental
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. And that's a real, very real reality for
Yeah,
all of us.
yeah,
You know, even the ones that you look at and be like, wow, they got this many followers or they got this many like streams and they're still doing like these big gigs and shows. I sold out the daggone Apollo and had to go do a restaurant gig the day after.
yeah,
Like, and that's
yeah,
just that's a reality for a lot of us. And people don't realize that, or the same thing, like, cool, I just toured out of London and now I'm back in driving Ubers for, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Because
yeah.
we got to
You
do
gotta
what we
still
got
make
to
money and do what
do.
you do. Yeah.
Uh,
And I think that's the
and
rawest and realest form of it that you can really say, because like I said, a lot of people don't understand that there's certain things, but we still gotta get checks at the end of the day. We still gotta make money. We still gotta live. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just not always paying what you see in the glitz and the glamour. We're just chasing our
yeah,
passion. We got some passion of ours that we have. Because if it wasn't a passion, I don't need this.
no, no, because you find me cutting up boxes behind Walmart.
Right. Right. Definitely, definitely. Um, Moving forward, many people will see you like on Instagram, on social media, just
Hmm.
singing away. But recently, you dropped one of your EPs, if I'm correct. It was Tempo. If
Oh
I
yeah.
yes, can you talk about that process of that song right there for you?
Oh yeah. Well, this past like full like project like uh tempo and anticipation
Hmm.
and like feelings, all that. But we wrote that in a week. We all wrote that in a week.
Mm.
Um, it was like a song a day, and like wrote and recorded it. So like what you're hearing is what I wrote it that day and recorded that day. That was
Wow,
the final like cut and draft.
that was
Um,
it.
with those songs. It was a cool experience. This was my first, so this is my second like project. My
Mhm.
first project I did by myself, and I always tell like any artist, whether up and coming or whatever that I'm talking to, if they ever ask, But it's one of my proudest moments because my first thing I did was all by myself, in the sense of I wrote every lyric, uh, did all the chord progressions, vocal arrangements. It was mine. I
Right.
didn't want any input. I wanted something that was representing me in its entirety. So when I was doing this new project, after I did that, I was like, cool, what's bigger than me? Let's
Right.
collaborate with folks. Um, so yeah, tempo, and that bunch of songs outside of Anticipation. I wrote Anticipation by myself. Um, was my collaborative season in a sense.
Okay.
So we wrote tempo. It's actually not even about my own experience, which
Mm.
is rare for me because I like to write about my own things. I feel like if I can't relate, then I'm not really selling it
Right.
properly. But the guy I was writing with, we were just talking about like a situation he was going through, just kind of talking to this girl or whatever. Um, and he just didn't really know what it was and just kind of liked where it was sitting. I was like, cool. So we're just writing and like, cool, going through beats. But like, this beat is cool, but maybe let's slow the tempo down. And
Mm.
they were like, there we go. That's the top line.
Right.
That's the concept. So that's kind of where it came from. Uh, Started off with just melody because I'm a melodic person. And I did the second verse and the hook. I was just kind of like mumbling shit and it
Right.
kind of just came together after like the first take and it just made sense, felt right. And so we went with it. Also, I'm a bit of a rambler. I'm long-winded, so
You
cut me
good.
off.
You
Yeah, cut me
good.
off if I'm doing too much.
No, you good. You good. One thing people notice in your voice is a signature soul rich, emotional, effortlessly, it looks like.
I'll take that.
Um,
Thank you.
um, you recently, well, as we all know, D'Angelo passed away,
Yep.
and a lot of people were posting up many different versions of many different songs that he did. And
Hmm.
you tapped into one, and the response you got again was out of reach. Many people were hitting things, and I was like, "Nah, that ain't it." But I was like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, "I already know he got it." So we,
Oh, yeah, thank you.
but what
Thank
was
you.
when you are paying homage to somebody, but you still let me go back. When you pay homage to somebody, one thing I noticed about you is you still make it your own. You still play with certain notes and certain
Hmm.
keys on certain things. And some people just keep it and then they try to play with it and it doesn't sound right. But you know
Hmm.
your voice, I would say.
Thank
Very
you.
much so. Where did that all come from for you when it comes down to that? Like, is there any of the greats that you study, or how is that for you?
You mean as far as like when I do cover or something or
Yeah,
try
when
to
you do
like
covers for of individuals. Because like I said,
I
you make it your own, like
yeah,
what's up?
I feel like I'm 31 now. I've had I have my early 20s to do all my extra like things.
Right.
I had my early 20s and mid 20s low key to get all them stupid runs out, and do all that all them
Yeah.
things out of my system because we have to do it.
Right.
Everybody be like, oh, this person they do too much. Let them do too much. They're
Right.
young. They
Right.
found a new thing that they could do. They found a new trick in a sense, a new part of their voice. They need to exercise it. Let
Right.
them do too much. And then the older they get, they'll realize it's cool. They got it. They got it down. They don't need to do it all the time. Let them do too much. I think it's just now that I'm 31 now. I've been doing this for a while. I have realized, or I've found the beauty in the melody and why I like the song to begin with. So
Right.
whenever I do pay homage, I'm going to honor what was written first, and then put the little Dre stank on it
Right.
here and there. Um, because at the end of the day, I like the song because of how it sounded. So let me at least give a familiar representation of it first before I come to it. And I just think it just comes with age. I think it comes with age and experience. Again, I've been gigging since I was 12.
Right.
So I've got all that out of my system. I'm still an extra ass singer. So don't
Right.
be like, oh, well, go look at my other like live stuff. You just find me live when it comes to my stuff. I don't care. I'm doing all
Right.
the things.
Right.
But it's yeah, I just think that it just comes with time, and I found the beauty in just space, number one, and just melody because it still needs to be tangible and relatable, and not everybody could do all the things.
Right.
So you want something to be able for someone else to emulate as well, or they can't connect.
Definitely. You talked about
Hmm.
collaboration real quick.
Hmm.
Collaborations. Who are your dream collaborations that you want to do in the future? Um, any certain ones?
Yeah, I got a gang load.
Okay.
Tweet, yeah, Tweet I
Okay.
love. Tweet's
Okay.
way up there for me. Um,
Okay.
Patti LaBelle has been one of my idols since forever.
Okay.
Um, my boy, which we've recorded a few, it's just never been the right time. But
Mm.
Durand,
Okay.
um, I've known Durand for years on years on years. We've recorded together a few times, and it's just sitting in the vault. But yeah, Durand for sure. Um, but let me see. I would say, man, I can't really think. Mackenzie Thomas, I would love to do some stuff with.
Okay.
I'm thinking up and coming people, and I love
Yeah.
like the greats as well too. But I like these up and coming. Kaylani, I love, just Bay Area representing. I just love her. Um, but yeah, no, it's hard. There's so many talented people out there. It's hard to be like, I want these people.
All right.
I, if it feels right, I'm down to do it. As long as the
That's
song is
interesting.
good.
That's interesting you brought up because actually Mackenzie was one of our covers a while back.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah,
So
I know
yeah,
Mackenzie too. She's
yeah.
good people.
But yeah, yeah, I could see that with Durant. I could. So that's yeah, yeah. Whenever y'all do, I would be definitely on the lookout to see how that. I'm
Uh,
sure that was a crazy. I'm sure it was crazy on the.
uh,
I'm sure it
it's
was.
fun. Yeah, it's just how to make sense. So it'll probably
Yeah,
be
and
we'll work on some stuff.
I think that
Yeah.
also, we see that a lot in artists that a lot of times things aren't released yet, and
Yeah.
each season is released, or someone says like, I've been holding on to this for 6 or 7 years, or I never put it out there. I remember even seeing an interview recently with like Mariah Carey where she's talking about she was like, I did I did this song back when I was 15. I never
Yep.
released this joy, and like
Yeah.
like so that's interesting to say. But
Yeah.
to end of our the sit down, we have three questions that we ask. They're fun questions that go from there that come from the number three that's in our name snub. Um, Three questions. The first one is, what are three words that best describe who you are as an individual?
Oh, wow. Really got me reflecting today. Um, three words as I'm individual. Let me see. I would say I'll say family.
Okay.
It's a big thing, or community would probably be a better one. Would be a
Okay.
better one. That's a big part of my life. That's a big part of my foundation.
Okay.
Um, hmm. I,
This is crazy because like every time we ask this question, everybody
yeah,
gets stuck, and I'm like, is that like the really hard?
it is.
Everybody flies through it, and then it's like everybody's like, "Wow, you got me on this one." And I'm like,
No, it's hard. It's hard to. I feel like, especially in society, it's hard to speak on ourselves in a
yeah,
positive
yeah,
light because it's so
absolutely,
looked down upon.
absolutely.
Um, but yeah, community is a big one. I would say I would say relatable. If you know me, I'm an everyday type of person. I'm a thrift store wearing type of. Oh, I like.
I love a thrift
I'm a simple life
store.
person. Um, and I don't know. I don't even know. That's really hard to be honest. I'm gonna say with those. I'm gonna say yeah, relatable community and love. I love the things in my life. I
Okay,
love I did again at least in this season of my life. I love who I am. I love my life. I love where I'm going. Yeah, I love my home.
definitely, definitely. And the second question is, if you could be in anybody's shoes for 24 hours, past or present, whose shoes would you want to be in for 24 hours and why?
Oh, golly. God. Let's see. Let's see. I would probably want to be Damn, that's hard. Damn, that's hard. You know what? I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna turn some. It's probably not like the answer you're looking for.
No, I don't be
Um,
looking. Like, I've had some answers that I just sat back. I had people say they want to be their dog. I had people say that. I've seen everything in the book.
Honestly, yeah, my dog has a great life, but I would like to be in my dad's shoes.
Okay.
In the '90s,
Okay.
my dad's shoes, like, while, yeah, before he had me.
Okay.
Um, I love my father. My father has always been the best dad. I know he's went through a lot of things, and we still have a good relationship, but it's gotten even better now.
Okay.
But I would just love, as a son and as someone that's a little bit more mature and held on to stupid things from when I was younger, would love to understand why my dad is the way he is,
Hmm.
or what he's went through, um a bit more, because my dad is my dad. He don't, like, typical dude. We're not talking about feelings and shit.
Yeah.
Um, just to kind of have a bit of understanding. In this season of my life, I feel like that's who I'd pick. I pick my father, just to see what he's endured.
Definitely. Definitely. And many a times, whether or not you know it, in this industry, a lot of people look up to us. They look up to us as role models, even though we may
Mhm.
not want to carry that title because we're like, please, I'm just a regular person.
Yeah.
But what would you say to those individuals that are like, you know what, I see where he's going, I see what he's doing, I want to get to that level? What words of encouragement or anything else do you want to say, to pour into those individuals that are watching?
I would say a few things. Number one, have fun with it. The moment's not fun.
Yeah,
Not fun and hard is different, because it's gonna be hard, but you could still find enjoyment in it.
right,
So have fun with it. I'm a true believer in, what's the word? Uh, Experiencing it, learning through experience.
okay,
Get in front of folks. Shop out your music. Try things. Social media is a great tool, but it doesn't teach you how to interact with a human being.
right,
Get in front of folks, um, and then find your purpose. Um, it's always, I feel like every dream turns into a purpose. So whatever you started off dreaming about, refine it into a purpose. Cool. I want to be this, but whatever. So, like, if you want to be this for fame, cool. Make
right,
sure it's fame. And then we're going to set our intentions for how I'm going to get to famous, or I'm going to be this because I love to sing. Cool. What is it about this that makes me just love singing? And let's just focus on singing, because it'll keep my mind. I think that just keeps my mind right, at least. I love singing. As long as I'm singing, I'm chilling. I had the taste of the fame when I was younger, and it stressed me out. I don't think I could handle all of that,
right.
at that level all the time. I still would love a life and be able to share my gifts and feed myself.
Definitely.
So at the end of the day, like, when I'm doing background vocals on a tour, like with Benson Boone, or I'm just singing like at a restaurant gig, or at a wedding gig, or doing my own stuff like Apollo, whatever, all these places, I'm singing, no matter how big or small in the sense, it is. I'm singing, and it brings me peace, and I'm happy with my life and where it's going. Because I have an understanding of what my purpose is, and that's to sing and share my voice in that way. So find your purpose, have fun with it, um, and get out and share it with whoever it is. Because I don't think we're meant to be, alone as human beings. We're meant to share, and we're meant to share it with people and share it with others, and, um, also be able to receive from others as well.
Right.
So, yeah, find that tribe, share it with folks, and love what you do.
Definitely, definitely. Well, one, I want to thank you for this conversation. It was dope having you. Hopefully in the future, if you have anything coming up, well, that's then my next question. That's going to ask you if you have anything coming up. Let us definitely know.
Yeah,
If you have anything, because we would definitely love to support you. Hopefully, one day we run into each other, or one day
absolutely.
you come on a set with us, do a shoot with us, or whatever.
Let's do that.
Yeah,
Where you based?
we in Atlanta. We usually
Okay.
do our shoots in Atlanta. Actually, but we're gonna. I guess this is kind of like an insider, so people gonna hear this me saying this. But oh well, who cares, right? You said share, right? No.
Yeah.
But we will be doing some things back in LA. We've done a couple before, but we're gonna come back to
Hmm.
LA and New York, and some stuff in DC. But most of the things we do in Atlanta. So yeah, that's the areas that we're in. But we're gonna about to take this
So
all
nice.
over the states. So yeah,
Yeah, perfect. Well, I'm LA based now. I just moved here a couple months ago. So if whenever you do, please let us know.
definitely,
I
definitely.
would love to do something, or we could try to figure out some whatever. I come sing live on the show, whatever.
Okay, listen,
Yeah,
we'll make it happen.
yeah,
Let people know how they can reach you
yeah.
on
You can
social
get
media.
me, yeah, on social medias at I am Dre Scott on all platforms. Um, you want to book me and stuff, all my information's all that too. Again, like I said, I do not turn down gigs. I got no shame in nothing. You want me to sing at somebody's birth? Whatever, I got it. That's so, yeah. I'll be in the hospital while you're pushing and sing if you
Just
need me
sing it
to.
away.
Yeah, I got you.
Definitely. Well, keep doing what you're doing. We're very proud of you. And like I said, anything that you have coming up, Snub is always here to support you. All right.
Yo, thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Keep doing what you're doing.
All right.